Scott Jenkinson has a great question. I'm wondering about the old versus new tools. As a relatively new maker with some limited funds, the majority of tools I have are older, serviceable, but with some headaches. What would you suggest as a strategy for knowing when to spend time to refurbish versus saving up and buying newer or better? See, newer or better. Wait a second, there's a second. No, is that the only one? No. No, yeah, that is the one. Okay. The fact is that sure, some old tools, if an old tool is giving you a headache, but you know that tool's utility to you, and you know that it is important to you, because I don't know that about all of my tools. I know that about many of them, but like, I've got a hand planer up there that I have never used. I have no idea how useful it is to me. Up till now, it hasn't been. But if you have a tool and you know that it's useful to you, and it still gives you a few headaches, my advice is go buy the best version of that tool that you can afford. If you know that it slots into your process, the best one you can afford is the one you should get right now. But as far as old tools go, I will tell you, you can buy calipers like this from General all over any given hardware store for a couple bucks. And they're fine. They work just fine. But the fact is, for about the same money, you can go buy stuff like this. This is a Starrett. This one is I think this is a Brown and Sharp. Nope, this is also a Starrett. And the fact is, when you buy an old tool, the manufacturing was more hand done back then, and it substantively. So for me, I prefer the hand feel of older tools if they serve my purpose well. I will always go and find an older tool. I realized this was the largest outside caliper I had. This goes to, what, about 10 inches, 9 inches. I wanted one that went all the way to a foot and even greater. And there's tons of stuff on Amazon for 15, 20 bucks. I went to eBay and spent about the same on a couple of really old, beautiful Brown and Sharp calipers. That's my strategy. So, and I've said this comes up a lot when we're talking about shop infrastructure, is my strategy is, if you don't know if a tool is useful, buy the cheapest version you possibly can and try it. Try it until you know that it is or isn't useful. And if it is useful, the next thing you do is go buy the best version you can afford. It may be an interim version, maybe one step up, or you may have gotten some Christmas cash. This is how I built my shop a lot with Christmas cash. Go out and buy a nice circular saw, a nicer circular saw, a worm drive circular saw even. Did you know that there's like an East Coast, West Coast battle? Contractors on the East Coast feel that the direct drive circular saw is the best, and contractors, I think here in California, think that the worm drive right angle circular saw is the best. Who knew? Yeah. Well, now you know. Okay, let's see here. What we got. Andy Butler, do you ever feel bummed out when you have to replace a machine that you've had for a long time? It's been a long time since I've had to replace a machine that I had for a while. I'm trying to look around and see here. The fact is, I do sometimes feel nostalgic about retiring something, especially a tool that shows tons of wear and tear from the shop, tons of evidence of its utility and its history. And frequently, one of the ways that I satisfy my sad nostalgia over those pieces is I try and give them away. I want someone else to go use them. When Simone built her shop here in San Francisco, when Simone Yatch built her shop here, I gave her a few tools that I had used for years. My first bandsaw, this old Craftsman, and I bought that. I obtained that Craftsman bandsaw that is now in Simone's shop in 1992, and I traded a gold watch and a stuffed iguana to Sasha, the crazy Russian New Yorker, which is absolutely like a category. The crazy Russian New Yorker who lived in the space above mine over on Yosemite Street. God, Sasha was such a pain in the ass, but what a magnificent builder. Anyway, I love passing stuff on like that. So yeah, sometimes I do get bummed. I very much almost never throw stuff away that is a tool that could be refurbished. I mean, I even still have a drill press sitting in storage that I've been like trying to find someone to give it to. It's not going to happen like that. Don't get excited. I have a friend who's going to come take it soon. It's just been a long time that it's been sitting in my storage space. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support us even further, you can by becoming a tested member. Details are, of course, below, but it includes all sorts of perks, and we're building them all the time. You get advanced word and behind-the-scenes photos of some of our projects. Questions, you get to ask direct questions during my live streams, and we have some members-only videos, including the Adam real-time series of unbroken, unedited shots of me working here in the shop. They are weirdly meditative. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one.